Study Section 6. Phrases. Introduction. Words come together in groups for purposes of forming meaning. Some groups contain verbs. Some do not have verbs. In this lecture, we discuss groups of words which do not contain a verb. An exception, however, is the verb phrase, which concentrates on verb structure. Other phrases to be discussed in this section include noun phrase, adjectival phrase, adverbial phrase, infinitive phrase, participial phrase, and prepositional phrase. We shall discuss and explain the different classes of these and their peculiar features. Objectives. At the end of this lecture, you should be able to 1. Identify phrases in sentences. 2. State the role each plays wherever it occurs. 3. Use phrases appropriately. And 4. Distinguish between them. Pre-test. 1. What is a phrase? 2. What are the different types of phrases? 3. How does an adjectival phrase differ from an adjective? 4. What is the relationship between the infinitive phrase and the participial phrase? A phrase refers to a group of words that lack a finite verb. It constitutes a single thought unit and is grammatically equivalent to a word. There are 5 major types of phrases. These are the noun phrase, the verb phrase, the adverbial phrase, the adjectival phrase, and the prepositional phrase. Other phrases which are considered secondary because they are contrived are infinitive phrase, participial phrase, and gerund phrase. We shall discuss them one after the other. 1. The noun phrase. The noun phrase is a group of words with a noun as its key word. This key word is also the head word, and it is from this that the phrase derives its name. It usually contains other words such as articles and adjectives, which occur before the head noun, and prepositional phrases that occur after it. Here are examples of noun phrases. A man. B. The tall girl. C. Some important men. D. A history of Lagos. These examples show that the noun can be pre- or post-modified by other items. Notice that there are no finite verbs in these examples. Functions of nouns and noun phrases. Nouns and noun phrases often function in similar positions in sentences. Thus, a description of one inevitably involves the other. In this section, we present different functions of the noun phrase, but we should note that these are also functions of the noun. The noun phrase can function A. As the subject of a sentence. This refers to the noun phrase that performs the action in the verb, or that the sentence discusses. 1. The young girl is brilliant. 2. Some people from our village have arrived. B. As the direct object of the verb. This refers to the noun phrase that is directly affected by the action in the verb. 1. Jimmy bought a house in London. 2. The politicians hailed their leader. C. As the indirect object of a verb. This refers to the noun phrase that is involved in the action that transpired between the subject and the direct object. 1. The Senate president gave the lawmakers some rams. 2. Tunde showed the teacher his notebook. D. As the object of a preposition. This refers to the noun phrase that occurs after a preposition. 1. An indigene of the state criticized the governor. 2. Biola requested for some oranges. The noun phrase can also function as E. Words in apposition to the subject. This refers to a phrase that refers to the same noun or noun phrase and is placed next to the noun phrase. 1. That boy, the tall one, is a student. 2. Aisha, my friend, has returned to the US. F. As subject complement. This is the information that is added to broaden the meaning of the subject. 1. Mrs. Salif is the first female president in Africa. 2. Titus is a graduate of physics. G. As object complement. This refers to the additional information provided on the object of the verb. 1. We call him my dear Belly. 2. He made the pub his house. Can you replace each noun phrase in the sentence with an appropriate noun? Number 2. The adjectival phrase. The adjectival phrase is a group of words with an adjective as the head or keyword. The adjective in this phrase type is often qualified by an intensifying adverb such as very, so, quite, extremely, etc. The adjectival phrase, like ordinary adjectives, can also function either as attributes to nouns or as a predicate. As an attribute, it qualifies a noun. A. Amaka felt a very excruciating pain in her stomach. B. A very intelligent officer apprehended the culprit. C. He got some quite disturbing news from home. D. The extremely old man walked with the aid of a walking stick. E. The highly inflammable substance was identified as petrol. As a predicate, it serves as a subject complement. A. Sheung is very brave. B. This behavior is quite strange. C. Nancy is so beautiful that everyone admires her. D. The matter is extremely important. E. Mustafa appeared rather alarmed. F. Levi was very impressive at the games. G. Aloysius became quite arrogant. Number 3. The adverbial phrase. The adverbial phrase is a group of words with an adverb as the key word. Incidentally, an adverb can modify another adverb. So, an adverbial phrase is often a combination of an adverb and another adverb, as in the following examples: so quickly, very early, quite naturally, rather sluggishly, etc. Recall that an adverb modifies a verb, an adjective, and another adverb, as explained in Lecture 5. The adverbial phrase qualifies a verb. Hence, it can precede or follow the verb in a sentence. Also, since adverbs are mobile, they can occur anywhere in a sentence, that is, sentence initial, medial, and final positions. These are examples. A. Very slowly, the man rose to his feet. B. The man rose to his feet very slowly. C. The man rose very slowly to his feet. The adverbial phrase may be confused with a prepositional phrase in some instances. The fact is that some prepositional phrases function as adverbs by modifying verbs, adverbs, and adjectives, as in the following. A. Children can play at any time. Verb. B. She cried bitterly when her husband had an accident. Adverb. C. She looks gorgeous in her dress. Adjective. The modified items are italicized. 4. Prepositional phrase. The prepositional phrase is a group of words with a preposition as its head and a pronoun or noun phrase as its object. Here are some examples. On the track, in the car, by the people, for the boys, from an airplane. Many people believe in God. We have confidence in Him. The ball went over the bar. Traders displayed their goods at the venue. All the expressions in italics are prepositional phrases. The prepositional phrase can function in different ways. A. As an adjective, qualifying a noun. 1. The man in the car is a novelist. 2. The house near the lake belongs to him. Notice that we can insert whiches before the prepositional phrase in either of the examples. This shows that the prepositional phrases qualify the antecedents. B. As an adverb, modifying the verb. 1. He croaked like a toad. 2. She could pray from dusk to dawn. C. As an adverb, modifying another adverb. 1. He drove carelessly on the highway. 2. We worked tirelessly in the factory. Number 5. The verb phrase. The verb phrase is a group of words with the verb as the head. The main verb is the key word in a verb phrase. It may or may not be preceded by auxiliary verbs. Depending on whether the verb is transitive or intransitive, it may be followed by one or more of the following: noun phrase, adjectival phrase, prepositional phrase, adverbial phrase, or clauses. Witness the following examples. A. Joke must have been washing the plates. Verb plus noun phrase. B. Zainab could have arrived. C. David played the guitar. Verb plus noun phrase. D. Biodu fetched the water very early in the morning. Verb plus noun phrase plus adverbial phrase plus prepositional phrase. E. The man was a very prolific writer before he retired from office. Verb plus noun phrase plus adverbial clause. F. The hungry boy yawned. In B and F, the verb is not followed by any item. Number 6. The infinitive phrase. The infinitive phrase contains the base, uninflected, or ordinary form of a verb. It may be preceded by to. This kind of expression is called infinitive with to. Those without to are called infinitives without to. The infinitive is called a phrase because its verb does not change its form when it occurs in different situations. Here are examples. A. He wants to buy a car. B. They watched him disappear into the air. Subject position. A. To err is human. B. To win this match may not be easy. Object position. A. Shola wants to be an engineer. B. Bala plans to travel overseas. As an adjective. A. He has an issue to discuss with you. B. We recognize the need to promote our culture. As an adverb. A. He tried to save his friend. B. She's eager to please her mother. Number 7. Participial phrase. The ing or ed forms of verbs are referred to as the participle. A group of words with a participle as the key word is called a participial phrase. These participles often occur in sentences without any change in their forms. Thus, they are referred to as being non-finite. Falling off the table, the jug broke into tiny pieces. Presented with the incriminating evidence, the accused tried to escape. Number 8. Gerund phrase. The gerund phrase consists of a gerund and its object or modifier. This phrase functions just like the ordinary gerund. A. Singing choruses is her favorite pastime. B. Eating well is a key to good health. C. He likes acting the role of a clown. Study session summary. In this lecture, we have focused on the discussion of phrases. We defined the concept, phrase, and also examined different types of phrases, such as the noun phrase, the verb phrase, the adverbial phrase, the adjectival phrase, the prepositional phrase, the infinitive phrase, and the gerund phrase. That ends study session 6. Thank you for listening.